Testing a theory out. They usually wait for me to say something before they hurry up and jump on. I'm talking about the neighbors. So I figure I'd be quiet starting off so that I can test my theory and I'm right. They're doing the shadow banning. Let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, good morning. This is Nix. How are you? How are you? How are you? Happy birthday, happy holidays, everything to you. The kids are out. School's out for summer. School's out for summer. Hey. So I know some of y'all wasn't ready. Some of y'all trying to sleep because the kids are still there and you don't want to feed them this early. It's after midnight. For some of you, I've seen some of your kids. Yeah, wait till the sun comes up. They're bad already. Yeah, that part. All right, pardon me while I go grab something real quick. Yeah. How are we this morning? What's going on? What's up? We got not Psalms this morning. I actually went to the book of instruction this morning, and this is what it is, and this is what it's gonna be. All right, so on top of that, welcome to the Lashment Bacchanal. Come with it. Welcome to the Lashment Bacchanal. Don't worry if you came today, you may catch a stray. Just know that you may have karma to pay. All right, so hey, you're here at your own expense. So come on in. Welcome. This is Nix on this platform. I do talk about the experiences that both I and some of the collective have definitely gone through. Most of the collective, all of the collective, because we have a shared experience as being targeted by individuals who lack the creativity to go forward in life without bothering us, right? So let's get it in. Like I said, Lashment Bacchanal. Starting off with the first download. Who is he and what is he to you? When they're in your eyes. Okay, so that's Bill Withers, and that is Who is he and what is he to you? That scene, that is talking about a woman who is cheating on a man. However, when they're together, they have signals to give to other people when they don't want to get crossed up and caught up. So she's walking with her main man, and her side dude walks up, so she get the, so that he don't say nothing, telling him, hey, don't mess with my dude, my old man, he might jack you up. So if that's any clue to anybody, what's going on with you? If you know you got a man that don't play about you and he do the things that she's supposed to do, what's up with the dude? Would you just like thrills? Would you just like having the like what the possibility of getting your head knocked off? And I do not promote violence, but a lot of y'all play with people. Y'all will find a person that is good to you and invest in you, and then go purposely look for somebody who have nothing and call yourself having fun with them. You really just look like a clown. That's what it is. So that part. Who is he and what is he to you? And for a specific someone, this man bought you a brown, I don't know what it was, a Ford, whatever. It was a brown hatchback. And I keep asking you, who was Alex? I know he was Ethiopian. I know he was of some kind of African descent because he had that nice, smooth skin. I remember exactly what Alex looked like. But the problem is, every time I ask you who this man is, you don't tell me exactly who he is. But I do recall that one fight. I recall that one fight. That one fight where Daddy walk out the room. He say, "What the fuck you mean you coming in here in the middle of the night trying to slide in the bed naked? I don't know where the fuck you been at." He said, "I don't know where the fuck you been at." And you tried to kill that man when he asked you. He said, "I don't know where the fuck you been at." My father don't really cuss at women. So when he talked to you that way, I remember that caused me to remember. I don't know. I must have been maybe somewhere between 4 and 6. But before you hit that man in the head with a pole and proceeded to throw a fucking television at his head, he asked you, where the fuck you been at? Because you tried to slide in the bed naked after you been out some fucking where you been at. Don't lie, motherfucker. Because I remember that shit. Because at that time, you was trying to beat everybody ass that didn't agree with you. You were trying to damn near kill every fucking body. I remember clearly now what I'm dealing with. That lady been a psychopath. But that's not uncommon in that whole thing. Because I remember I used to sit with Nigel, and I remember I stopped wanting to be around him because it seemed like every time y'all would talk like a dog about each other and then be right back up in each other's face, and that shit was confusing. I just didn't want to deal with you or your sisters. So then when I came to look at it, I remember how we used to watch this one movie. Every time you came around, you would want me to watch this one movie, The Hateful Eight. The reason why you thought that shit was so funny and that ratchet stuff was so funny was because that was y'all. As brothers and sisters, y'all was no good to each other anyway. So it was only deemed to be that way as y'all grew up. Y'all just got kids. And the one that didn't have no kids, he really didn't like y'all at all. But y'all made sure he didn't get no education. So it's like really weird how y'all just made each other depend on each other for the weirdest shit. Y'all breadcrumbed each other, so it's only y'all only had breadcrumbs to give the world. That make any sense? So you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you have that dynamic. Maybe you got a bunch of confusing people in your family who always seem to talk about each other and they always seem to make it back into each other's face. That is not loyalty. That is controlled freaking chaos that always seems to know where to meet up. That's it. That's just it. I remember. And then the part Red Rock. Remember when he was like, I ain't going in my town wearing no cuff. You better get these things off me, because I'm going to take over Red Rock. He talked with his shoulders. That was one of the funniest movies, I'm trying to tell you, but it was so much chaos. But I remember it. Oh, something very specific. Mexicans. Somebody acts like they don't like a race, but that's the race that they use the most. You wouldn't think that they dealt with them, but they spending money with them to do some other stuff. And that's why they being used, because nobody would believe that's the person that they paying all of that money to. That's the note. All right. So, another note. I ain't writing none of this down. It's just all like boom, 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 boom. All right. Somebody tried to marry somebody on paper because they could not stand next to the original in real life, right? And fuck you. And so they went out and built themselves a Timu version to stand beside because they couldn't ever stand beside the original version. So they went and did some old crazy fraudulent scammer type stuff so that they can at least stand next to that thing. However, the real version can make a man in $1 million suit still look like a lame. So we already know that you didn't get to the same essence. So won't you stop playing with me? And that gives me even more motivation to find a really nice man to marry. A beautiful man. A honest man. Not a petty man. A man who dick hang low and his balls is tight and his back is straight and his money right and he love his wife and he love the Lord. He gonna choose his word because he know the sword. I'm gonna lock this bitch on a crazy ward. You was moving too fast. You just choosing Tom Ford. You can't walk the talk or talk the walk. You can't even parallel park. Won't be me, but sidewalk chalk. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. All right, bet. Okay, so whoever this is, even if they might have some of the parts, you still ain't got none of the swag. So it's like it's not gonna work. Just like Luther Vandross, Jerry Curl. It's not gonna turn over. All right, so it's something like that going on. It's a fraudulent marriage. And it's really because the original would never do nothing like that. It's somebody that's in a body that looks squat. Even if he is tall, maybe even presenting graceful, he still got a short, squat, ugly man's mentality. And that's what could never get into me. I don't care what you look like. It's your heart posture. And then after that, I look at everything else. But the fact that somebody's so rotten inside that they would try to control a fake me and try to control me on paper and can't face me in person means that that's a coward. Somebody pushed out a whole coward and then tooted him up and dressed him up and patted him up and told him, go on here out there to the world and give the world exactly what you gave yourself. Nothing. So at the very least, you shouldn't clutch your pearls when you find yourself with nothing. So I hope you had fun while you was allowed to run amok for a little bit because someone, the biggest clown, decided to throw on the biggest circus because she wanted a bunch of retards, a bunch of stripper roaches to take my identity and reinvent a bunch of stuff so that she could get away with grand larceny. And I'm trying to figure out what part of me is going to agree to that. Not me. You ain't give me shit. You just kept signing my name and getting money in my name. Me not knowing what's going on, but I got to claim the fame. I came out knowing I was supposed to be famous. I came out knowing I was supposed to be. I remember laying there on Emerson Village. Sister no good, cousins no good, aunts no good, nobody no good. Mama really just want to keep me in a bunch of shit because she know that if she keep anything going on, she could get my father's attention. But the thing about it is, my father has some nice silky hoes because he was tired of her. So she just kept a bunch of shit going on, hoping that she can bring them around. That's why she held on till 1999. She didn't want to let it go because she knew she had to at least stay to get a little bit of money, about 10 years. But the thing is, you felt embarrassed by the fact that he really kept shitting on you. I mean, these women was Silky, silky soul singers. The silky, silky soul. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, Frankie Beverly. Oh. Mm-mm. That's one of my songs. Silky, silky soul singer. Hey, my silky, silky soul. Yeah. And if you would have just did something with yourself instead of chase all of these foreign men around, because whoever Percy was married to, she put a hex on you, made you run to Trinidad to get married. You thought I would figure it out. You thought I would figure it out. Because one day you took my songbook / black book and you went through it. And next thing you know, I was getting like abused for real. And then you went off to Trinidad. And then next thing you know, this big oaf called Shari come over there to babysit me, the snitch of the world. So that's how all that played, and you told on me too. Yeah, and that's why I knew never to ever do nothing with you. Always let you be a clown by yourself. And I tried to help you out on the interim. Now, anytime me and Leroy not built too good. Anytime me and Leroy back then was telling you to go to school and don't follow us nowhere, we was really trying to look out for you because you really needed to be in school. But just turned out you just ended up being the woman in the shoe. But you kind of liked it there, so I don't know. Maybe you was describing you when somebody was saying somebody was daft, because you definitely daft. You a little slow. Long as you got somebody pipe running in you really can't think past the children. So yeah, that's to their advantage, not mine. I'm not the biggest babysitter. I got shit to do. All right, so yeah. One child and then another child. That was the flow for me. I like my womb to close up in the process so that I don't get all of the demons caught up in me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, somebody needs to take a sitz bath forever. I told you this was Lashman Bacchanal. Meaning if you're gonna catch a stray, guess what? You got karma to pay. That's it. That's it. I did speak the truth. Who is Fitzpatrick? Patrick something pitch Fitzpatrick. I seen it in my court papers. Yeah, I saw that too. So it's like the Barnwell, the insurance agent that's probably not gonna get down so well. I know there's a Robinsons and Associations, that part. Then I know that there's a Wilton O'Reilly Ned, some shit going down. Then I know it's some shit with Tanae Turner L shit going down. And Sandra Wallace has been playing in my energy for a long goddamn time. And now I realize why she stole my drawers. Is because she wanted to do some creepy shit with my underwears so that she could try to still be me and still run around in my essence. By the way, you're running around with a bitch that was still another bitch's underwears. And then on top of that, I didn't know that my mama was an old bitch that would tell another bitch to steal my motherfucking underwear. So that's made the sense why all the men that they sent toward me would wash all my clothes. Like I didn't have to wash my clothes. They were specifically told that they had to be the ones to wash my clothes, right? Me not knowing what the extra stuff was going on, she was specifically telling them to wash my clothes so that she could remove certain things so that she could do her little spell work with it. So that was just hooking me up for a long time. And it's not that I was slow, it's just that they actually was paying big money for a long time to block my intuition toward them. They just wanted to make sure my intuition was clear enough to make money so that they could keep trying to steal it. Did I run it down for you? Now we're here. Right. So also somebody stole my 401k. All y'all need to go to jail. Do you not understand that? For somebody to just use one human being as a fucking party grab bag for a bunch of no good derelicts, it's crazy. Especially the ones that's sitting up in the office acting like they all that and telling their kids, be good. Don't do this. Mommy is all right. Your mom is a hoe at night. and in her office when she's supposed to be working, she's bending over and tooting it up, or she's tooting her lips into somebody's butthole. Because when you get into that, you are now invited to the Diddy party, and it's not even Diddy showing up. You are at the Timu Diddy party, and that's why y'all so invested in this, because y'all got to cover each other's tail, because y'all is really co-conspirators. Y'all is on each other's discovery papers. Yes, y'all are. Don't ask me no questions, sir. This ain't no question and action. Don't even try that bull crap. You go throw off your own intuition. You go throw off your own family. You go throw off your own woman if you got one. You go throw off your own boss. You go gaslight your own supervisor and act like you got charge over there when you still waiting for them to sign their name on your stuff. But you still need to be in their establishment because you're using their resources to commit crimes. What happened with COVID? Did y'all get some explicit information that says, all right, now that we're here, screw everybody right now so that we can mess it up? It's like some serious, weird Democratic bullcrap that we got going on here. But I'm going to get to that because I'm trying to figure out, and we are in a blue state. We're in a blue state. We're in a democratic state. So a lot of these people that are doing these things, they're Democrats. And the more I think about it, I don't like where this is going at, okay? But I mean, if you wanted me to serve the people, there was a way to ask me and I would have did what I had to do. I can't serve that. That ain't right. That ain't right. I don't stand for none of what y'all stand for. We not even in alignment. How the hell I end up with you? I ain't aligned with nothing you do. Don't got no time for playing a fool. You're making it, you're breaking up. Oh, you're making it, you're breaking up. Hey, you're making it, you're breaking a rule. You're making it, you're breaking a rule. You're making it, you're breaking up. Oh, you're making it, you're breaking up. Hey, you're making it, you're breaking the rules. You're making it, you're breaking the rules. I don't know how the hell I end up with you. You're making it, you're breaking up. Oh, GT is in the house. All right. Okay. We got Georgetown in the house. We got what? We got Guyana in the house. I recognize that last name is a lot in the last name. When I see it, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it like it is. All right. That's the Obia family. That's the one from Ghana. They have roots. Boom. July 4th, July 3rd might be significant for a lot of reasons. Come on, Scorpio. Come on, Cancer. All right, that's y'all. So, like I said, I remember there's a lot of things going on. Something between traveling between DC and the amount of traffic and chaos that comes between DC. I remember that old white Cavalier. I used to drive it. I was 15, 16. And I remember you got stuck in Trinidad that time. That time right after he found that thing, that menstrual pad with the blood in it, and he got rid of it. Then you got stuck in Trinidad. That was his time to cut cords and actually go be a real person. But he just kept laying down with underage women and paying them instead, particularly women around his daughter's age, which means that, yeah, there was a lot of pedophile stuff going on. Unfortunately, I used to hang around a lot of adults as a child. As long as they allowed me to do exactly what I wanted to do, I could have gave a damn. I've served some straight up liquor in the bar. I used to actually work in the bar, like literally. I was 16, making the little Long Island iced teas and all that. Remember BJ's bar? Right, I worked in BJ's. That's crazy. Also, simultaneously with that, we're working at BJ's. I have met the love of my life right there at BJ's at midnight on New Year's Eve. It was like 90 something degrees. I don't know if it was meant to be or not. Either way, we was a perfect fit. And that's why you had to get that apart, because he wasn't gonna let you run him. You had to destroy him. He was not gonna let you run him. But his uncle is so money hungry. How'd that work out? How'd that work out? To know that your wife never really married you because she really wanted you because you squat too. You actually really squat. You don't got no neck. But she got pregnant by you because she knew that she had access and you was telling her that you was the real heir to that, but she didn't know that you was really trying to eliminate and hook up everything so that you, because that's how Mr. Harris got adopted. Cause y'all just be doing a lot. Y'all just be doing a lot because y'all it was a lot of hookup, but y'all knew who the real heir was, so y'all had to compromise him so that y'all could get everything. Right, y'all had to make yourself seem more responsible, so y'all was trying to hook him up anyway while my family was trying to hook me up. So that's how that went. It was sad to see how all that went over. Yep, it was sad to see. Looking back, it was funny as hell. It's funny as hell though. It's funny now. Who's gonna give me $5? What y'all do to Kevin? Because Kevin probably wasn't gonna let you do what you did to homie. That's why you had to do Kevin before you got to Terry. Because I think Kevin was kind of making sure Terry wasn't gonna go that bad. But y'all did it anyway. Y'all go to hell for that too. Destiny swap didn't happen really. You probably gave whatever you gave to your daughter, but your daughter really don't like you either because she probably see you as weak, just like your wife see you as weak. Because anybody who's willing to tear down their whole entire family just to get access and say I'm the king, even though you're not really the king because it's fraud, it's a matter of people finding out. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Not thinking that somebody would actually grow up and want to sit on their own throne, especially when you just borrowing it. Like, excuse me, can you like get up? It's really not yours. And then just do the chair dump like. So somebody's about to be de-seated, dethroned. The real information is going to come out. Look towards credit bureaus. Look towards places where they can have your information and send it through systems. And that's where you're going to find the spider webs, because this is why you don't understand what's going on, is because they're trying to do it as seamlessly as possible without doing it in public. That's why a lot of things went into online overnight. It wasn't those coincidence. It's some big wigs that are invested in keeping these people protected because they need these people to keep doing fucked up shit. Okay, so it's like smoking aces. There are some people that are in the inside that are paid as natural destroyers and chaos agents. They are paid to do all this stuff. They found some people in Douglas County. They had 3D printers, they had ghost guns, they was making tags, they was making papers, fake documents, they had holograms, they had notary stuff like that. So it's being done out here, y'all. And these people not taking no change. So it's a lot of money that y'all done spent on this bull crap. By the way, how much gas does it take to ride up and down the street trying to do the zoomies all damn night? Do you know you're going to end up messing up the same way somebody messed up in that intersection the other day? I was walking down the street and I seen somebody just, crash. I couldn't say a prayer because I don't know what they had did and I don't know why they was doing it. And that's pretty much how it's like now. Now that I really see, I was already like that. But now that I really see how y'all be playing in people's face, I don't even say a blessing for y'all. If I walk by and I see something, your arm hanging off, I'm just going to look at you and say, Dad, I wonder did they deserve that? And that's really how it have to be now, because when you start to see things the way that I'm seeing things, damn. You no longer say things like have a good day to anybody. You just say have the day you deserve, because you just don't know what they did that day. You could be sitting there talking good with a person who just literally raped his daughter, who just literally just raped his wife, and he'll talk to you like he ain't did a dang thing and actually smile bigger because he's already charged up off of the Dominion, and it's wild. So just be based in reality. Know that these people will not hesitate to smile in your face as long as there's a check waiting for them. Okay, these people don't care. They will walk to their death as long as you paid them enough. Oh, you thought it was just jihad that was crazy? Come around these crackheads I live around. They is wow. Seen a lady pop locking across the street the other day. I don't know whether it was one of y'all making a pop lock or she was just pop locking off of what the hell she took, but she was like, I was like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that going on? Woo! What the hell is going on with streets around my home? Honey, just like me, explain. I think you took that cut. Okay. Wipe your nose, girl. Wipe your nose. Yeah, somebody be trying to get me sick. And I be walking in pure heat. Next thing you know, the mucus is draining. So whoever's sending me these spells, they're really actually helping me with mucus removal because that is one of the main blockages of the pineal gland. I would like you to know that, and thank you very much. Even though it was not meant on purpose, it was really meant as a blockage. You know, it really counts that I'm on your mind 24/7. But I'm going to start charging you. Yeah, that part. Because I didn't ask to be over there. So you're basically inviting me to an event and you're not paying me, okay? So I'm gonna need you to work on that. All right? All right. So we're gonna step into Proverbs, which I was saying, Proverbs 1. Somebody tried to join the sector of skull and bones, and that's what's up. But just know that you're giving up your free will. You're giving up a lot of things and you're asking to be bound to a lot of other things. And everybody wants to be a part of something, but when have you been a part of yourself? Oh, I have hay fever. I know that part, but on days when there's no pollen and I'm around no dust and I've actually walked out with clear sinuses, hadn't had to blow my nose or anything, and I'm in the middle of a heat wave and I haven't been in any air conditioning and going back and forth from the air conditioning to the heat, and my nose starts to run a little bit, I'm going to say, right. So I do understand that it's direct energy, and I know you're going to try to gaslight. However, the reason why you're here is because you believe in something, and this is why it's so hypocritical for you to be here trying to gaslight somebody, because it really just shows exactly what you're here to do. You're trying to redirect the energy so that you can pass some bull crap on to me, but you've already done it to your peers because they're the only ones that vibrate as low as you. Right now, you're just something passing through that's a bit of an annoyance, something like a mosquito, but not that powerful. Roaches can be something to reference. Okay. All right. So now that we're here, everybody's so creative. They have all the answers. All right. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David. David to our Orthodox community. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Okay. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, to give stability to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise, and their dark sayings, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance, we shall fill our houses with spoil. Let me know when I'm not telling the truth. Okay. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not through in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. So this is where he's instructing you to run away from the people pleasers that would try to make you to cast everything into one pot so that they can privily rob you as they rob the rest of everybody. This looks like taxes, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Uh-huh. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood, they lurk privily for their own lives. Pursue people for their things, you are basically robbing from your own bloodline and your own self, which basically means that you are cursing yourself. No one needs to curse you because your hands and your deeds are cursed already. Okay? So all the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Okay? That's your part. They're describing you. That's you there. That's you. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. I didn't write this. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city she uttereth her word, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? Yeah, says the one that went, while I'm reading this, this is for you. Yeah. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set a naught at all my counsel, but ye have set at naught all my counsel. Why does that make me think of nautical law? Okay. And would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Yeah, that part. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. He told you what he's going to do. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from evil, from fear of evil. Selah, so be it, so let it be. This has been official instruction. Not from me, not from any download. It is definitely, indeed, from Proverbs 1. So you see, anyone claiming to be Christian and going about the city and behaving in ways like this, they are surely going to go down into the pits of Sheol, never to return again, and no one should feel bad for them lest they want to go to. See, you cannot be going in with dissemblers and think that you will not bathe in the lake of iniquities with them. Okay, fire and brimstone will come upon you at your own will, at your own demise, because this is what you picked. You picked not the knowledge of the Lord. You picked the knowledge of your own hands, of your own temples, of your brother man as the man in the world. You worship man. You worship things. You worship mischief. All idolatry. You always have something bad on your head. You might speak something beautiful, but in your head is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. We do understand that they do worship Baal because that is the second coming of Athaliah. Athaliah is the one who definitely did he was the first one to get collectoral colon cancer. He got cancer of the bumhole. It is because she was doing things to him in his sleep, either whether he agreed to it or not. She was trying to press that button back there because she needed to basically dominate her husband, because her thing was never to allow him to assume the entire power that was in Judah. She seek to destroy Judah. She seek to destroy nations, all because she wanted the power. So it didn't matter who. This person was robbing it from her grandchildren, her nieces, her nephews, any of her offspring, her own child, her own son. Right. I'll go to the chapter where we describe these things. And all I'm saying is we are in biblical times. However, we don't have enough people in their Bible, so they don't know what we're talking about. So they tend to take the lazy way out and say that we are crazy, and even to go as far as say we are lunatics. And then they go by the moon shouting these things, which is lunar. Lunar is the rays of the moon. So they use the rays of the moon to push down on us and oppress us under the moon. This is why the creeps come out at night, because at night when they talk and they congregate with one, two, three, they do have some sort of power of the tongue, because the tongue can either speak life or death. So these people who are devil worshippers very much so know what they're doing. That's why they don't mind sleeping until the midday the next day. This is why they don't care whether their children gets education or not. This is why they really don't care. They need the money to look a certain way so that they can keep trying to access the spaces in which divine people are supposed to be. This is why divine people need to really get their things together and go be divine, so that we could tell to get the wheat from the chaff. We need to separate the wheat from the chaff. Right now, the ones that are up because they didn't go to sleep last night. They've been up drinking pretty much all night, and they stay up. And some of them actually set an alarm because they have been assigned to some of us to mirror us so that they could get as close to us as possible, so that they could try their best to assume that they're speaking the truth. Only the thing is, they know that they're not speaking the truth. So they're going to be putting things in the system physically in the 3D, so that when you finally catch on that somebody's playing with you in your face, you don't realize that somebody actually done played with you on paper. And that's the thing. They keep you very distracted with all of this word magic, with all of these traffic problems, with all of this stuff. They try to keep you overwhelmed right then and there, because if you can't pay attention to the mail, if you can't pay attention to your bills, if you can't pay attention to your bank accounts, if you can't pay attention to the fact that somebody's going to go in the system, they're going to go to the courthouse. They might have sex with the commissioner, they may not. They might be cousins with the commissioner, they may not. Depending on what access they got, they might screw a cop. They might know somebody in that system. They might know somebody who's at the vital records. They might know somebody at social service. They might know somebody at DOJ. Depending on who they're screwing, or who they're screwing is related to, that's the access point. So pay attention to who's working what. I don't care. Hey, what do you do for a living? This is why asking what do you do for a living is kind of important now, because you got to understand, we got some real crooked people that are in jobs. They have jobs, but they didn't go to do that specific jobs. This is why you will see a lot of city workers doing everything but city work. They are hired fly-in monkeys, and they just might dump your trash and they might cut your grass. But if you are not a target, if they're not targeted individuals, they're going to take their time getting around there. Because for years, they let this shit go to hell. But all of a sudden, now they on it. That's because they gotta do something, because it's starting to be crunch time. I hear the desperation in your engines when you're trying to do the zoomies. It's as though it's a cat, a wild cat trying to run through traffic. It's just like that. Oh, shut up, clown, and take a shower. That one makes me think of a guy I used to go to school with the last name of Washington. That fucker was really, really crazy. I'm glad I never laid down with that man, because if he crazy like that just off the idea of being with me, imagine if I would have gave him some. That man would have became, no, he's already a terrorist. What's worse than that? Jesus Christ. For a while, I remember when I first started trying to block him, I started seeing his brother show up with this real creepy look on his face on my timeline. I was like, Troy? Ew. Like, I don't want either one of you. Like, no. I believe in if one is crazy, the other one's not that far away, especially when they're showing me they're crazy. See, I know the ones that's supposed to be my siblings, they only my half siblings. We don't share the same thing, and we don't really even share the same mother. We might have came out of the same portal, but we don't share the same mother. See, she liked them because they're willing to do a life of crime. She don't like me because she can't control me. So this is why she hired y'all to steal all my shit and split it a bunch of ways, and she trying to direct y'all in different ways to cover her ass because she the main one got to fucking go. Honestly, I might take it easy on one of you just because I really fucking want her. Okay, just to let you know. That's just to put that out there. Okay. So be a good, be a good chat. All right. So that's that. Red Rock, Rock Ridge. Yeah, I don't live there, and what the fuck? Okay, that's what's up. All right, just to let you know. Um, the insurance agent, all that shit, the lawyer, Patrick Fitzpatrick, whatever your name is, all this stuff. Like, y'all really playing. Y'all really playing. Y'all should lose everything. Your wives, your swing sets, a lot, just a lot, like everything. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Um, I heard there's a property too and all this other kind of stuff. How many carats is your ring? Because I have a damn requirement. And if you bullshitted the doppelganger, I know y'all is the Timu couple from the world. Because what the fuck? And any woman who's willing to marry another man, willing to marry a man to gain the riches from somebody else and both y'all committing fraud, you got some weak juku. You got some weak chuki, okay? Because you couldn't even make a man a real man. You got the man to make him a fake man. Imagine that. Pinocchio wanted to be a real boy, not a fake boy. What's going on with you? There's no Geppetto involved here. This has got to be some type of Frankenstein experience. I already called a chick Frankenberry. And poor fetus. Poor fetus. Mm, mm, mm. Damn. I don't care. I don't care. Woo! So let me go over to that Psalms that I was talking about, where we talked about all y'all peoples in them, all your family members in them, all y'all, all the little scammers and shit. Uh huh. All the ones who come over, your little cousins, the little children of the corn cousins that be coming over. We'll ride for you, cousin. Ride straight to jail in that paddy wagon, you will. You could have got $20 to $16 an hour, but you're gonna take the state's whopping 90 cent per dominial task. Yeah. And you're going to eat these blue greenish eggs and you're going to like it on this three hots in the cot. And guess what? Somebody's going to go to school on the fact that you didn't want to do what you're going to have to do. So you're going to be paying for some senators, some warden, some police officers, child to go to school because you didn't want to. You chose the life of crime. And guess what? That's money for somebody, whether you make it in the system or not. People will take you apart, much like you tried to take me apart. It's like when you chop up the cow. You see the cuts of the cow. There's pieces filet mignon. There's loin. There's ribs. There's all these things. And guess what? You're going to be the next one on the chopping block. Only thing is, you probably won't have that high grade of meat on you. So it might be like cutting up a pig. The crazy part about it is most of these so-called Muslim guys, they will not eat pork, but they live the life of the heathen. They live like swine. They have appetites like swine. I'm talking about spiritual appetites like the pig. They consume everything. But the problem of the matter is, it is still haram. It's still spiritual haram. So, really? Is that what you're insinuating? Oh, poor little scary person. Why would anybody be intimidated by little old me? I'm not the one throwing black magic. I'm the one telling the truth about it because you don't want anybody to know that you guys are weird. You guys are drinking blood, making animal sacrifices. This is why you can't keep a dog or a cat, whether it's in your neighborhood or it's yours, because you are cruel to animals and other people's animals. This is why people's animals get missing and come up sick and all these other kind of stuff. Is because this is what you guys do. You run around and you torture people in ways in which they can't see, and you guys do it like cowards. And then y'all be the main one talking about some, oh, I'm so sorry that happened, but you the one that sprinkled the powdered bones in people's yards and what, drank blood and got people digging in the trash for maxi pads and tampons and stuff like that. And this is why you tell certain people to take certain jobs, because you know that they're gonna have bills to pay and they're gonna ask you for a favor. So you say, hey, you go get a job here and I'll call you when I need you to do what I need you to do. And this is what it is. So a lot of you are industry plants. You're just not in the industry that we supposed to be thinking that you are in. All of you are not deemed to be celebrities, neither are we. But the problem is y'all have been paid specific amounts of money to keep us down, because really, honestly, you haven't accepted the fact that your job is to keep us down, but your job ultimately keeps you down, because if you were to be exposed, the shit'll go down. So you really can't afford to really go as up as you think you are, because if you get found out or somebody should find itself compromised, you will be the fall guy, because this is the contract that you did sign up for. You want to ride or die? Hey, some of you gonna die. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you accepted that ride. So maybe your life should be intimidating to you, because me no habla inglés. Me no habla inglés. That's exactly how I'm gonna play it. I no habla inglés. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that part. The fact that you're willing to type that means that it's so telling. It's so very telling. mm. Mm-mm-mm. It's a beautiful morning. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got 17 here. Star energy. That's Aquarian energy. So is this where we're starting? Okay. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Somebody was throwing smells at my door. Somebody's insides is rotten. So you mean to tell me you just go look for people window be open and fart? The issue with that is if you stink that bad, that means you're rotten inside. Maybe you should be at a doctor, because that might fart that next fart might take you straight on out of here. That's necrosis. Somebody might be going through necrosis, some type of rotten. Some people rot from the outside. That's when their skin starts to die a bit and it starts to look bad, like necrosis and gangrene. And some people actually start from the inside. So that's some of the backfire out of something that's undercooked. I think you asked for it like that on purpose because it makes you feel bougie or whatever. But either way, it's like something like steak tartare or some shit like that, because you think you're supposed to be. It's like, is you like projecting onto the world that you're supposed to be something when really you're rotten from the inside out. Eventually, you're going to start looking like a dilapidated house, and it'll be your fault. Windows all up and down. Yeah, so I'm gonna need you to invest in that and stop coming past me, because that was really a stinker, and it really does nothing to me because I can just close my window. But the problem is you can't get rid of that ass. Why do you stink like that? God damn. Nobody can love a smell like that. Not even a mama. All right, so we've got the Nine of Swords Gemini out here for this Aquarius reading, and we've got the Lovers just popping straight out. Ooh, somebody's got their feelings slapped into the ground. This is like that. It's like my fly thing. I had a fly going around yesterday, and I swear he kept like, he was like, and you know that thing, and you hear him, and they're like, zzz, and he was getting on my nerves. And then I heard it. I was like, I am going to assign a name to this fly, and watch, when as soon as I assign a name to this fly, it's going to die. So I gave it a name. I'm not going to tell you what the name is. And I And I got ready. I got in my stance. I was like, yeah, I was ready, right? And then when I seen the fly go, I didn't swing right away because you gotta get with the flow. You gotta I had to get into my zen. And when I caught him, it was like zzz, and I was like Hiyagi. And when he went down, he had the nerve to try to get back up, and I was like, bah! I jumped on him. It was so stress relieving. Oh my god, it was so stress relieving. One, because he couldn't buzz around me anymore. He couldn't disturb Alex with his food, and he wasn't buzzing around. So it's like that type of projection. So all right, Aquarius, it's so fun hanging out with. It's so fun hanging out here when the truth is always coming out. So hold on, somebody's got great resilience. That's what's up. Also, someone refuses to quit, so they got a point to prove only because they just don't like me to win, and that's okay. That's okay. Most of you are older. You'll tap out, whether you like it or not. The thing about living is, from the moment you start to live, you're dying. And that's a reality we all have to deal with. I'm not above it, and you're not above it either. So, as above, so below. Right. So, I already talked about the fly, and everybody treats flies like that, because why would you want flies flying around your crown? Why would you want something constantly with a frequency different than yours trying to intersect with your frequency? And that's the thing. You guys will try to change frequency in order to do things and execute things instead of staying your own frequency and get it done that way. And once you get into your own frequency, you will realize that other things can't happen. So this is why I was able to get to that fly. Now, see, if I would have been in the fly's frequency, I'd have been like chasing it all around. I don't have that frequency. I got into my Mr. Miyagi. I'm good at staying still and studying. So I showed you the technique. I did what I had to do, and I defeated the enemy. The fly. He went zzz, and I was like, yeah, pop. It also helped that I assigned it a name. Such a wonderful day. All right, so we have this Nine of Swords, Gemini. We have the Lovers, Gemini, and then we have the King of Cups. Woo! We got 96 out here. If you turn it around, is a 69 God? Is a 69 God? Something about the Cancer. I don't know, but we are in Aquarius right now. We are in Aquarius's reading. So get out of here, Cancer, because you're going to try to take up everything because of your emotions and your pride, and nobody has time for a very, very messy Melly. Excuse me, that was karma. Okay, that's the truth. Belched. Belched much. So there's a Cancer. The Cancer is like a Cancer to everybody. Okay, so it's really horrible that there is a Cancer that might have Cancer that is acting like a Cancer in a group. And I think that that's not by mistake. So this is a three-way deal with the wordplay, right? So this person is a Cancer. I don't know whether or not there's Aquarius that's sleeping with a Cancer or they're connected to the Cancer, but this is what the issue is. I don't have gas problems. I have people in my energy that make me have to get rid of toxicity. So I'm actually expelling you guys. All right. So that part. So Nine of Swords and the Lovers. Somebody's butt hurt that he love her, but she got her own. No, I didn't say cuz. I said he love her, but she got her own. Neo's a effing lie in that song. He don't love her because she got her own. He love her because he robs her of her energy. He love her, but she got her own. So if he love her because she got her own and she got her own, why did he marry her and go sit still with his ninja turtle head ass? Why? Because he's got a lot of insecurity. He love her, but she's got her own, is what I said, and I meant it when I said it that way. A lot of you guys cannot deal with a woman having her own because in your head, you tell yourself, or somebody has told you, that you have to run things. Running things is based on perspective. If you can run yourself, then why aren't you running things? Why do you feel like running things has to do with somebody outside of yourself? For somebody trying to give me a gastrointestinal education while I'm teaching about astrological stuff, that means you're an idiot and you're worthless in your platform, and you're definitely worthless in my platform. And this is why I do not like to go in with disassemblers, because they don't have things for themselves. They come and they try to destroy everything for everybody else. Nobody likes you. Go home, Roger. Why are you here? I don't need your support, actually. That's like breadcrumbing myself through life. I don't like that. You suck. Anyway, you don't get attention, and the women that do give you attention, they don't give you much of it. They give you enough that you pay for. So I'm not the tree that you want to bark up. Cause dog, chill out. I ain't got time for it, okay? I would actually request for you to be euthanized because I see no use in your barking and I see no bit in your bite, okay? I don't care. You on this world just like I am, so as above, so below. And if you stay low all the time, there is no above for you. All right. So, someone's hurt off of the simple fact that someone has definitely stepped into that duality. They're able to wear everything flawlessly, no matter what, be it masculine or feminine. It's just that you cannot make this person feel any kind of way about themselves. You can actually unsubscribe. It's a little button close to the buttons that you keep using. It's actually telling exactly who it is, because I knew it was going to be an Aries that was going to try to come for me, because I've been talking about you for a while. But the honest part about it is either you have a small member problem or you just have a small problem, period. It's something small about you that's very insignificant, which makes you need to be bigger on everything else. And that's okay. I've met people like you before. They're often on the inside of a mental institution. However, who let you out? Anyway, so we have the Nine of Swords here with the six. That's 15, which is obsession, which is you. So it's you that's butthurt. It's you that's coming through in this energy. So you would have Aquarius, Cancer, and Gemini in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, and you do resonate with it because you mad because a woman can actually deal without you. You cannot push your way into this person, no matter what you're trying to do, because you really you broke a bunch of laws and you don't want to get caught. So you're hoping to keep things in chaos so you can finagle some more stuff. All right. You don't have to agree. I know what I'm talking about. And you come off like a bitch. That's unattractive. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, let's go. Pisces. That's another reason why I don't hang with a lot of girls, because it really doesn't take long for them to start acting weird around me. They go from, sis, I like this, I like that, to, why she like that? Why she got that? And then next thing you know is, I hate that. And then they go find a whole friend group, and it always goes down like that. Oh, somebody's also oh, the judges are looking. Look. Y'all stabbed up. Hit them up. Boom. All right, so Tupac birthday just passed by. Happy birthday, guy. All right, 2 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords. That makes 12, which makes 3, which means divine intervention. So, as somebody looks towards the future and looks in hindsight, it looks like somebody's actually doing it in reverse, really, honestly, to me. But honestly, they had high hopes. And they had hopes of the world. Okay, this is the Aries energy coming back out, but this is a Pisces reading, so take what resonates. And then we have the Ace of Swords right here, which is mental clarity. So Aries means that somebody wants to be an emperor, somebody wants to be the leader, but you have to also know how to follow in order to lead. And a lot of you do not know how to do both. And even if you did learn how to do both, you actually think that you're gonna pick and choose where you're gonna do the shit at, and that's the problem. So the judges are looking at you because they gotta get rid of the problem, because this is the problem. Okay, it's a problem of national security. When you allow a person to get away with things of this nature this long, that points to the downfall of a whole damn system. And a lot of you ain't worth that. Your mama know, your daddy know, and now the world knows. Okay, so 2 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords, and that is the 12 to the 3, which is the Creator, and the judges are here, which is the vultures. They're going to pick what's valuable, take what's left, and leave the rest in jail because they never planned to make money like that. They was always getting money, so you really ain't that big in the picture. You're just a bit. You're just a cog in the works. Okay, you're just a cog in the clock. So if they want things to go and recalibrate and get back on time, they just going to drop you right off because really, who wants to do that? Who wants to go down in history covering for a person who's turned into a wild animal? Like they've given you so many passes that now you've become rabid. Okay, so yeah, nobody's going to keep doing that at the expense of national security. Like you definitely did some stuff that Uncle Donnie would kind of be questioning. Like, who the fuck are you? And I know he would get upset about it. Like, hold the hell up. Who does this ninja think he me? You let Uncle Donnie see what you doing. He gonna be like, hold up. Let me tell you something. I'm the only one to do this. Put him up. He gonna get them small hands. I got small hands too. Only thing is, it's gonna be them lawyers knocking on your door like, can we have a word with you? All right. So there's only one Uncle Donnie and you ain't it. So it looks like that. Plus I gotta tell you, I just gotta put this part in. Who told you you were stronger than God himself? Who told you? Do you know God can use anybody to bring anybody down, especially one that says that their strength is stronger than God's? How can you use the charms of God, the books of God, the things of God, and then decide that you are stronger than the one creator himself? You would not be here fighting against him had he not put you here to fight against him. Do you get it? So really you doing part of your job, but if you keep overplaying these things, I'm trying to tell you, you can get fired. Same way I could get fired, you could get fired too. I was chosen for this, you was chosen for that. So be easy, breezy. All right, so that was the Pisces reading. That was a 3. There's divine intervention, whether it be male or female, because there are some women who have gone rabid dogs and they do register as males in the energy because all they know is domination, 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 domination. I don't care how feminine they come off. If they have a thirst for power, if they are willing to drink blood, poison, put anything, this person just has a womb. They are no different than any man. They just have a womb, which has turned into a wound because they are wounded because they chose to use their womb for war. So once you use your womb to control, dominate, and you use your womb as war, I told you your body is not a battlefield. It becomes a wound. You no longer are looked at as the living thing that's going to bring forth living things. Now you bring forth dead things because they come out of your dead vessel. And you could tell the fruit. You could tell the tree by the fruit it bears. So there's somebody who actually got wounded and they got wounded in their womb and they turned into a very hurt person. And now they operate solely in their masculine using feminine wiles as currency. Okay? All right. Did I get you straight? That's some straightening. All right. So now let's get on over to Aries. Come on, Aries. The ones that I really want to talk to. Go home, Roger. All right, so the sun is here, which is 19, King of Pentacles, and then we've got 20, which is Judgment, which turns that to 39. 39, 39. That puts it at 12, which means the Lord is here. All right, so Aries. I don't have to explain because I just told you this, and I did mention Harris earlier, didn't I? That's funny. All of the people who are breaking the law are here now. They know me, but I don't know them, and that's the crazy part. They know me, but I don't know them. That's funny. And I like it when I see the things that you're saying because I know that I'm hitting it on the mark. Hit dogs usually holler. So we got the sun, which is illumination, which means I see you. You've been exposed. And I'm not the only one that sees you. Whoever is on the other side of the screen, someone's starting to pay attention to exactly what you're saying and how you're saying it. And they're putting 2 and 2 together. And now you're under judgment, whether you know it or not. A lot of people don't know they're under judgment until the whole thing just comes down on them like that. It's like a tsunami. You know how it builds momentum, and then it ggets the waves. It goes up, and then as soon as it starts to, and then it goes wata like that. So somebody's going to come under the wave. Somebody's going to come under the wave of judgment. It's going to hit you suddenly. Suddenly the arrows do fly and they shoot and do they hit. Okay, so it's going to be like that. You're really not going to see it coming when it happens. More than likely, you're probably going to be enjoying yourself before it happens. It's going to go down. It's going to be like a feeling of, I don't know, you're going to be okay for the moment. And then it's going to be like, it's just going to be a weird something. And that's going to be the warning before the damage happens. And I'm telling you exactly how it's going to happen, because I'm going to actually feel it. Even though I'm not going to look for it, I'm going to feel it when you clutch your pearls. When you clutch your spiritual pearls, I'm going to feel it when you go, oh boy. Did I tell you I used to call my father the boogeyman? There's a lot of truth in joking. Funny. Anyway, that's crazy that a bunch of people who actually, my dad taught you a lot, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He the only reason why you knew about allowance, and that's why you kind of got mad, because none of y'all daddies gave y'all allowance, and none of y'all daddies really wanted to be around unless they was trying to, screw your mama. And my dad was the only one that wanted to really take care of y'all, and it was a daggone shame that y'all was really money hungry like that, to the point where you would take out your own stepfather just because you didn't like the fact that your baby sister had a father and you don't. You should have blamed that shit on your crazy ass mama. Y'all is really wild. Y'all, it was really wild. By the way, you'll never be Big Mike. Never. Never in your life. You'll get old. You'll still be a clown. You'll still be a lame. You married a lame. By the way, how's that booty working out for you? I should really ask for a refund, but you stay. And I didn't like the way that you were following me in that little blue car the other day, acting like that wasn't you behind the tinted windows, but I can see your forehead and your glasses, and I knew that was you, you little hobbit. Anyway, so yeah, somebody's been exposed for sitting on a crown that is not, sitting on a throne that is not theirs, and flashing pentacles that is not theirs too. So someone's very fraudulent, and they actually dressed up in this ugly ass suit and thought it was cute on them. No, it looks better on the real person, okay? It does. And you might have fashioned yourself some waves, but it still don't look that great on you, because you're not a good person. And this is what I'm saying. You can put all the parts you want together, but if you don't have that swag, it just don't work. It don't work. Welcome to the department of you suck. You hate when I tell the truth, Ruth, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Hi. Now here I go again, saying you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sound of loneliness, like a heartbeat. It makes you mad. And feel the stillness of the memories of what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Oh, players only love you when they're playing. Hey, women, they will come and they will go. Hey, and when the rain washes you clean, you know, Hey, now here I go again. You see your crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who chose to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you like to sell? Dreams of loneliness like a heartbeat, it drives you mad. And the stillness of the memories of what you had. And what you love. And what you had. And what you love. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Oh, players only love you when you're playing. Hey, women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you will know. Hey, so that was a bit of music therapy for those who love music and understand a spiritual message in that song. Sometimes you have to let things go. You have to let bygones be bygone, and you have to purge yourselves of the sins and the things that you've done and know that there's better. You have to just let go of the old things and pursue a new beginning. Washing you clean like snow. That points to Psalms 51. Go on, get a cleanse on. There you go. All right, so that was me in the Aries reading. Visions of grandeur. You have to go and take your gangster fantasies out on someone else. All right, so let's keep going. Taurus, pop on over. We've got the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know if this was supposed to be a union, an agreement. Somebody has tried to do things. They've tried to repair things because this is also a universal medical sign treatment, something like that. So somebody's come together to try to heal some things, try to fix some things. We don't know how that's going, so let's find out. Heartbreak. So I see heartbreak and I see elimination at the bottoms. This is what I got right here. I got heartbreak and I see elimination. So somebody's ultimately going to be heartbroken over a union, over somebody fixing something that they can't control, something like that. Look, see, I just killed one of y'all friends. See, monitoring spirits. Bye, little you. Bye-bye. Let's go. I'm going to walk them out. Bye-bye. Okay, we guys. Bye-bye. Outside. I told you I was going to catch one of your cousins creeping on me. God damn. Fast. You ninjas fast. Yo, fast as hell. Oh, boy, got rid of it. Yeah, baby. Woke up on it. We were flop, flop. Gone. It's so satisfying when something tries to interrupt your whole thingamajiggy and then you get the right there in life, in real time. It's like I'm a ninja. Land of the lost. Land of the lost. Well, I mean, shit, I did the world a favor. If it was one of my cousins, I really did good. Shit. Bye. Gotta get them before they gotta get me, right? And that's when reality sets in. If not them, I was hoping it was you. And that is the honest to God truth. Damn. Now I'm going to go find something to step on. Shit, I can't wait to get outside. Let me start laughing. There'll be more to laugh about. Anyway, so we've got the Six of Swords, which is Aquarius energy, and that is moving to calmer waters. Then we've got this Queen of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a Queen of Wands that's trying to move on to calmer waters, whether it be you or somebody resonates, whether it be me, who knows? Everybody really should be trying to move on to calmer waters. I mean, because we ain't got long on this thing called life, you know, and it's good that we should actually apply wisdom to it and try to live it as best we could without trying to destroy anybody else's problem, you know, try to destroy anybody else's happiness, because ultimately we won't have happiness if we go about trying to destroy other people's happiness. Right now I'm happy, so I'm good. So yeah, calmer waters and mastering the pentacles, right? Always mastering the pentacles, because guess what? If you don't master your pentacles, who's going to? Somebody's going to try to steal them for certain, but you have to master them. And that's what's going on right now. There's a moving on to calmer waters. There's a confidence. There's a understanding. There's the spirit of the black cat, which means that there has to be a little bit of stealth. There has to be a little bit of strategy, right? Don't let nobody talk you out of doing what's best for you. Oh, it don't seem like what you're doing is right. Mind your fucking business, because I didn't ask your opinion. And you have to really start being like that to people, because people will give you unwarranted advice, but I didn't ask you to be over here. And furthermore, why are you looking? Why are you over here? Do you pay rent? Are you involved in any insurance or something? I don't understand why you are so invested in my business when I don't even care if you have one. And that's the way it is. You see what I'm saying? Oh, that's what you sleep with? Oh, that's probably what she looked like. Oh, poor Frankenberry. So with that being said, someone's going to gain the confidence and the spirit enough to master their pentacles and sail on to calmer waters, whatever that looks like for you or anybody else. And that's that. Yep, you got to mind the business that really does pay you. And sometimes the business that's paying some of y'all is not the right business. It's like y'all is tapping into other people's stuff in order to get stuff. Did we tell y'all that the PP loan people are on their way over here? And they about to catch some people, especially the ones over there in Virginia. The ones that are in Virginia that are working with the operation here. Post office. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, so that was Taurus. Did I add up the numbers for you, babe? 677. So somebody on demon time. There's a Taurus that's on ghetto ass demon time, who's trying to destroy the situation where this queen is going off of the salt to calmer waters, because now they're totally invested in the demon time. That's where that 6-7 comes from. All right, or somebody's born in 76, which means that they would be in their 50s. They would be in their 50s. So that means either way, these people are old enough and grown enough to understand instruction and destruction. So you can't feel sorry for people when you see them laying in the gutter and all broke down and busted when you used to see them up. Nowadays, you got to be real careful about who you help get back up, because you don't even know why they're down. The best thing for you to do is either send a prayer or don't. Either help or don't. Because talking about it ain't going to change the situation, and talking about it can actually put you in a situation. So what you could do is either help or don't. But definitely don't go about talking about it if you have not helped the situation, okay? It's best to keep your mouth off of people that you don't know about. It's best, if you don't know the whole situation, to just stay out of it, because you do not know what's going on. You don't know if that person is a good person or a bad person. But if you're not willing to ask the questions and do your due diligence, I suggest you just stay away from it point blank, because you could be putting yourself in a situation to where you're going to end up on papers, okay? So I don't know who needs to hear that, but they needed to hear that. Don't be so quick and loyal to people that you are disloyal to yourself and you end up in a situation that you really can't untangle. And some of these people know that they're putting you in a situation. This is why they hurry up and rush you, and they say, oh, come out, let's go for a ride, let's do this. And they get you real comfortable and real easy, and then they say, do me a favor, or go do that real quick. And they don't say please and thank you, because they don't want you to know that they actually got you to do something for them. So they're going to play it like it's something you naturally did for yourself. And if you should ever ask them a question about it, they'll be like, well, I didn't really tell you to do that. And, you know, you were just doing that for me. And da, 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 da. But you don't understand that when that discovery come about, and when that court date come about and the subpoenas happen, it ain't going to look too good. You just scratching your head on the stand. Because a lot of y'all adults, and the Constitution and policies and violations and things are readily available by Google and things of that nature before you make these decisions. And that's why a lot of your friends are really not your friends, because they will put you in stuff and not really tell you the details in which they are putting you in. And some of y'all realize that y'all got lied to after y'all already did a bunch of bullshit. And the fact that y'all not targeting that person and you still targeting me just means that it's still something off on you. It's something thrown off about you and that person. So it is what it is. All right, lay in the bed that you made, and roll over till you find a soft spot and stay there, because you have definitely made this bed. I don't know what you made it with. Maybe with some chenille blankets or maybe some down. You guys did try to live your best life. You're living your best life, but you ain't going back and forth with me, nigga. Anyway, so I let that one slip. It usually is ninja. Gemini, what's up, babe? What's up? What's going on? What's up? What's happening? Oh, I gave you that number, right? I gave you that number. That's 76. I gave you that number, didn't I? It's 13. My bad. 13. Death and transformation. Yeah. Yeah. You like it, did you? All right, so 13 was death and transformation, right? That's gone. That's the Taurus, right? That was ghetto Taurus, the ghetto Taurus mind. That's the person that's grounded in bullcrap, which means that they're stubborn. Even though they know they're in a wrong place, they're going to play it out, because that's the point to prove. They have the point that they are consistent. It's not about anything but ego. So they're going to keep doubling down on it because it's something within them that just won't let it go. All right. So down to your detriment, at least we can say you were consistent, right? Right. That's the only thing we could say, is that you were consistent. That's it. That's just about it. Didn't say you were smart. We just said you were consistent. So in that case, you are the ride or die, and you didn't know the die. Yeah. And sometimes they call die dice. That's the name. That's the plural name for dice. Die, right? So this was fated to happen to you. So it's really nothing for anyone to cry or feel any kind of thing about. So there is a Taurus energy, sun, moon, rising, take what resonates, that actually propelled themselves on this paradigm from the time that the die was found. So from the time that you picked up dice, you were already rolling the odds against yourself, right? Yeah, that's the multiple of dice, right? So from the time that somebody showed you something about dice, they already had pushed you. There was something on them dice that was basically putting you in that situation. Someone destiny swap with you way before you even knew about a destiny swap. So this is why you were able to go against who you went against so easily, was because your vessel was not your own. You were not under your own control. However, you did not enact your willpower when you had chances and you got the spiritual tax. So someone did miss their calling. Someone who very well could have probably been the next president actually got tricked out this spot by people who were going nowhere and leaving no hood and leaving no block. Some of these people have not even been across town, unless it was across town to go have sex or go get drugs. That's the only time that they traveled anywhere. So yeah, somebody is actually debunked their whole entire future. This person could have been and was being reared to be the next president. However, they did not pass any of the test. The devil definitely descended upon it the moment they saw the possibility. Damn. And you gave it away on a damn gold platter that you bought, and then bought yourself some silver. Well, ain't that about a bitch? Yeah. Damn. Gots to be more careful. All right, Page of Cups, somebody's marine spirit or whatever they call themselves doing. They deep in their emotions. Maybe they deep in the cup, like she's deep in the cup. Maybe they're deep. They're just deep. Maybe they done drank themselves into the deep, rolling in the deep. All right. So they're trying to stay resilient as they try to make plans off into the distant future. And that's what it looks like. Okay, so there are some of us in the North Node that are in our feelings as we're in that part of the journey where we realize we have to be resilient and take our time as we allow the Creator to come in and intervene on our behalf. I know that seems a bit passive. But however, a lot of damage has been done to the ones that are collective, right? A lot of damage has been done psychologically, mentally, financially, and all of the above. And we all are trying to get our footing on this wide, wide world, which is called the web, right? So, some of us will have to be resilient as we allow the Lord to move in our favor, and He will give us gentle nudges as to what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. He does not want us to experience burnout, as these people are have been trying to burn us out all our lives while still asking for our labor, our assistance, and everything else. So it is time for you to take back your power, your resources, your care, your gives the dangs. If you have a little FUCK, I'm gonna need you to just put it all away, put it in your pocket, and keep it for yourself. Okay, if you have a little one, keep it. All right, so we're not giving those anymore. Those are reserved for some years ahead. We're not asking you to operate them. They're not required to be available. Okay, so put them in storage for the time being because you need to give a about yourself, right? About your health, about your wealth, about your abundance, about your food, about your drink, about your skin, about your hair. You need to care about you, and the way you feel from the inside does project on the outside. Okay, a lot of times you will know a person by the way they look. If a person's hair is constantly falling out, pay attention. If a person's hair is constantly falling out, yet you see them getting money, that person is doing some sort of manipulation in this type of energy. They're stealing or something like that. And the only way God knows how to tell on you is by saying, hey, look at that witch. She can't grow no edges. Why? She got money. That means she stole somebody's blessing, right? Now, if you are doing bad and you are losing your edges, that means that somebody is oppressing you, right? Sometimes you have to pay attention. And then sometimes if a person is doing bad, they ain't got money and it seems like it's going to get worse, it may be their karma because they put somebody through it previously. So, like I said, if you are not going to do your due diligence with either helping this person, do not put your mouth on this person and keep going about your business because you do not know the karma that you may be stepping into, or you may not know the karma that you may be avoiding, right? If you know you're helping somebody who has a penchant to destroy other people, don't. That's it. Don't. All right. So in the Gemini's reading, be aware of people that are in their feelings and they're stubborn about it. Also, be aware of people with distant looks in their eyes. That means that they're plotting on you, honey, or they're plotting something. Yesterday, I was talking to a gentleman, but the problem is I couldn't really pay attention to him because all of y'all kept doing the zoomies around. I was paying attention, but I was paying attention to y'all because I was realizing that every time y'all see me talk to somebody, y'all going to try to angle it into something other than what it is. As long as it's not you, what do you care? Go mind your damn business. Can I handle my business without you being in my business? Because you ain't sending no money to do a damn thing. Right. Y'all don't have a right to the things that y'all think y'all have a right to. And that is disturbing. All right, so like I said, in the Gemini energy, take what resonates. We got a Leo, we got the Aries, we got somebody who wants to show up, who wants to be the boss, and that can be you showing up in your life, being your own boss, and that can also be in somebody hurting their feelings, trying to be the boss, trying to be stubborn in your life, acting like they won't go, but you will have to put on some steel toe boots and kick them in the high because they gotta go. You cannot stay where nobody wants you at. Stop trying to take up. It's like you are a squatter. Somebody's a squatter? I know you ain't acting like you all that and you squatting in somebody else stuff. all that. Y'all be squatting in people's lives. Y'all be squatting in people's identity and get mad when they wanna control their own identity because it looks like you trying to steal it and shit it up. What type of weird clown are you? Oh my gosh. Y'all kids gonna meet y'all in triple And when you get real weak, that's when it's going to happen, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't save my kid. I know exactly what that looks like. And I done did so much stuff. I got the nerve to want better for my own child. The biggest hypocrites always had the biggest alligator tears. And it really don't be because they care about nobody. It's because they keep playing back in the back of their head how much they know they deserve that shit, but they can't tell the truth. They the ones that be, because they can't tell the truth because they know how dirty their hands is. They just can't believe that it actually came around to hit them the way it did. Mm, mm, mm. So Justice, 5 of Cups, somebody done kicked down 3 cups, and then we got the King of Swords. So there is somebody in that masculine energy that's just like going through with razor blades and lime juice, like cut, 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 cut. It's like little spiritual cuts. They don't know where the angle's coming from. All they know is that it stings. It's like ah. So Justice is out. Oh my gosh, this really does remind me of Cardi. Look at the shape and everything. Be careful with me. What you're saying and you're doing. These girls that you be out here screwing. You gonna lose your whole world trying to chase a whole girl like me. Be careful with me. I didn't change the whole song. Freestyle is what I do, especially in traffic. I think that's why you don't want me to drive, because I'm really creative when I'm driving. All right, so that part. Justice on the checkerboard. So somebody's definitely playing games, but they playing themselves out. Because you see where this ancient Egypt don't play. You see that sword here, that schlong? Yeah, you might be hung, but she slung, baby. She go get it, all right? Baby got big balls. That's big mama. Big mama. She don't care what equipment you come through. She molly whopping that out the way. So there's 11 for Justice. That's the 2 that's balancing the polarities. You gonna kick over the cup because you need to cry in the car. There are 2 cups left. You need to go pursue them instead of being on my cups. But either way, you're gonna be all right until you get cut off. You gotta get cut off. Woo! You gotta get cut off. You got to get cut off. So somebody is ascension is happening, and as the ascension happens, you are going to feel more separated with what your goals are, especially if you are in the south node. And the people who are going toward the north node, they're going to be more courageous in cutting off people like you. It's like barnacles. If you've ever learned about barnacles, they are aquatic mosquitoes. They attach to any vessel, and as they are attaching, they attach with such stickiness that they start to actually suck out the motion, the nutrients and everything from whatever vessel that it's on. Barnacles, you can look them up. So a lot of you have become barnacles, aquatic mosquitoes, emotional nuisances that can't get over your butthurt feelings. So you start attaching yourself to people exactly as barnacles, and you suck out and siphon out all of their nutrients and all of their motion, because if you don't have motion, you don't want anybody else to have motion. If I can't have it, I don't want you to have it. So I'm just gonna break it up because I'm a big stupid kid who got big and didn't grow up. Well. Woe is me. Daddy went out for cigarettes and he came back with a whole nother child and left again. Mommy is a hoe and didn't let me know. Where is the littlest violin? You and your feelings. All right, so that was our Cancer reading. That was 11 and 5, which is 16. 16 is, where's my book? I remember 16, but I be forgetting sometimes. Because I be in my book all the time. Tower! It's a tower! It's a tower, it's a tower, it's a tower. It's a tower, it's a tower, it's a tower. Oh, you thought I was going to say, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Well, you be at the party acting like you having fun, but you're really having a tower. A lot of people, you don't understand, now that I've come to the realization, a lot of these people is going out to the clubs ain't that damn happy. This is why they're no longer dancing, and this is why they have to get so goddamn drunk. These people are actually trying to have fun despite their life falling apart. This is what they do to distract themselves. It's kind of crazy that you put on all this money just to just be scammers and then go party because hey, you gotta party like it's 1999 because it might just end in a fine. So at least you got locked up in some Louis Vuittons. And maybe if you get out, you go viral from that. And those are the chances that you guys are now willing to take. You are willing to basically compromise your lives like that in order to have a very interesting story, and then you're going to use that story to propel yourself into some proposed stardom, which probably won't go that well if you don't actually have a talent. That was a mouthful. All right, so that was that for Cancer, and that was the 16, which is a tower moment, which means somebody tried to climb high upon somebody else's supply, and they fell down. They came down. We fall down. Are you getting up? Cause a Savior's just a sinner who fell down. I'm sorry, but my Savior was not no sinner and he did not fall down. Stop with all that Kojic bullshit. All right? Stop it. Stop it now. Stop it now. And this is why I don't go to church, because most of the people I went to church, I realized they were scammers and they were schemers. They were pedophiles. They were doing animal sacrifices and saying that they was doing it for the Lord. Sir, you did not need to kill that deer and drain it of its blood. What did you do with the damn blood, sir? What did you do? What's going on? Okay. Why is your family suffering but you're cashing checks and you still haven't gotten the better haircut? It's because you're hiding under the plain Jane situation while you're spending money like crazy. But we find out who the real you is when you go abroad. That's when you spend that damn dough. But as long as you're on familiar ground and soil where you actually have gotten loans and grants and stuff, you kind of toe the line. But when you go out of the state, oh, you be throwing stacks. You be making it rain. Yes, you, Mr. Pastor. You be lying. You be lying. You be lying, okay? Mr. Pastor, preach, deacon, whatever you call yourself, up on that pulpit. Honey, blasphemy. And this is why I don't go, because I realized that the demon that was trying to take me to church was only taking me to church so that she could try to get me to be like her. I'm so sorry. Some of y'all churches should burn. Some of them damn pews should bust apart. Should what? Bust into flames, combustible flames the minute you approach them. You came to do nothing but look at the fruit of the labor and see what you can get out of it. You went to church with your delicatage bouncing because you needed Pastor who, what, when, and where to look at you and try to get you some of that money out of that daggone plate, because you want them to pass the plate like they used to do when you used to be in your youth. But now that you're older, you've got to use spirit to hoe. And that's all right. You done weaponized Jesus. And he understand, because there were prostitutes in the Bible too. But we had to deal with them as well. And the Bible does instruct. Sometimes you got to put them away and understand that they have other things that they can build upon. They can weave baskets. They can do all sorts of stuff. They can be fishermen. They can do all the other things except for do that. Because you are now telling the Lord that you do not appreciate the things that they gave you. You want to barter the most precious thing that you have, and that's life. All right, Cancer, so damn it. All right, this has been you. That's up. I see that's 16. That's the tower. So I don't know how you're going to pick yourself up and dry yourself off, but you better do something different, because I'm telling you, if you keep on hitting at the same thing over and over again, that don't mean the dead horse going to wake up. The dead horse is dead. And you're going to have to deal with the reality of those flies flying around that dead carcass, and then it's going to stink. And then everybody's going to be aware and smell it and turn in that direction. Okay? All right. Don't let that go over your head. All right, so now we're going to leave Leo. Leo, what's up, Leo? That sounds like an angry cat. An angry cat that is probably sick or something. I don't know. Why'd I do it like that instead of round? I did round. Hmm. That didn't sound good. Somebody got sinus problems or something like that. Or they make sounds when they get up, like an old person, but they're not old. Their body's starting to betray them. Mm. Okay. All right. Opportunities, communication. This is not escapism, is it? No, that would have been an 8. This is a 4 cups. This is a 4 cups. So somebody's trying to focus. They're trying to ignore something. There's somebody trying to go up in their head. Somebody's making blind decisions and somebody's obsessed. Those was just random cards that just popped out of the deck. Okay, so I'm trying to get over to Leo. As soon as I went over to Leo. So whoever Leo is, Leo have a lot of different friend groups. And maybe they connected. Some of the friend groups are connected and some of the friend groups are not connected. The same way, I don't know how Stephen and Q ended up being getting together, but Stephen and Q are from two different genres. However, that means that somebody is going through my life and actually putting the people together. There's somebody actually auditing my love life and putting every one of my, it's like the evil band of exes, putting them all together so that they compare notes, because they all think they studying me, but I outgrew all of them niggas the day I talked to them. The day I met them, I ungrew out them niggas, all of them. They didn't grow. They didn't grow from the moment I started talking. They just started stagnating because they told you, no, you told them to study me. So instead of them learning me, they just came and thought that they know, because they done did that to a whole bunch of females, not knowing I ain't a bunch of females. I dang sure ain't your mama. I dang sure ain't my mama. She don't know me either. Turns out that last trip we took together was the point of discovery where I realized, who is you? Who is this hoe? I don't know you. How is it possible that I can come from a weakling as you? It's as though a humanoid had a Viltrumite. What is that? I was like, you can't be my kryptonite. And that's when that person started really strategizing, because they realized in the scheme of things, they really didn't amount to much to me. And that was scary to them. It is quite scary to most people when they realize that I have a capacity to actually treat them like a human being while simultaneously writing them off. That's just a personality I have. It's based in reality. Why would I invest more in you than you invest in you? That been checked out. As soon as Nettie and them tried to rob me with their children and all that kind of stuff, but kept calling me to give them things, but they didn't have shit. Like, how am I helping out a whole family? How is one person helping out a whole family? That's when I wrote off people, period. Because, like, I'm helping you and you still ain't shit. And all you doing is just giving all my stuff to everybody else and they don't care about you either. You still hanging in the alley at your age. Like, that's when I really decided to write people off, because I was 16 when I started hanging out with you, and you did nothing but just be a leech. You just turned into a whole professional barnacle. A lot of you is nothing but professional barnacles. You just have the audacity to fill out applications and shit like that and ask for assistance. And you have no shame about falling apart. So really, it's like, it was nothing to write you off. It's nothing at all. So maybe I am like the government. It's nothing to write you off. I mean, you know you're worthless. That's why you had to go and assume somebody else's identity, right? Because you knew you was worthless. You had to find somebody that was worth something. And that makes sense. So while that makes sense, it still did ass wrong. Okay? All right. There you go. Death in the Fool. Came out again. Death to the Fool. So, I mean, I guess you ain't got no quit in you. And some people, they have to be a little bit dumb in order to take some chances, because some dumb people are successful just by taking a chance. Doesn't mean that it lasts long, but they did get a win. A bit of daftness. You got to be a little off to make certain decisions, and you got to be really thrown off to keep making them. So yeah, something like that. Yeah, so death and to the Virgo, then we know. The Leo, Virgo, those are both in the month of is projected outward and never inward. So they are the last people to find out that they're batshit crazy. A lot of times they're the last people to realize that they are batshit crazy. So it involves a lot of introspection. And if they're not very introspective, you might be following a crazy person, like really, like seriously, clinically. And I can tell you that, I can't diagnose you, but I can tell you that as I've had over 20 years experience working in the mental health facilities, and a lot of the employees were basically teetering on the line, and this is why a lot of people can identify it like that. Okay, so we still got the Fool out here in the Five of Cups, which is Scorpio energy with Uranus. Scorpio Uranus with the five, and that is male energy, so it's very masculine. Whether it's a male or a female, it's a masculine who is a fool, who has actually turned themselves into a spiritual man. It might be a crazy woman who actually tries to dominate life just like a man, and that is that definitely that Athalia spirit coming again. All right, come on, Virgo, let's go, 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 Power Rangers. Do, do, do. Everybody took a color. Do, 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 do. Hey. So we got the devil back out here again. Oh, so embarrassing. All right, so Queen of Swords, Devil, and Page of Cups. That's the only number that's out here is the devil, and it turns into a 6, which means it's equal give and take to the universe. So while somebody goes back to Sheol, someone is going to be, looks like I just walked right out of heaven. Jagged Edge, Jagged Edge. That's a marriage song or something like that, or that is a breakup song, one of them. But they did both. They did both quite well and very eloquently. So somebody has a penchant for darkness and light, and they don't know how to balance it. They are always teetering on the line. However, they need to pick one or the other because nobody wants lukewarm. Lukewarm, God has instructed us to throw out. So you're gonna need to pick a side. You can't ride on both sides trying to be Switzerland the whole time when you actually are just staying neutral enough just to try to swim under the radar. So it's something like that. The fact that you are not willing to pick a side means that you have definitely picked a side by default. So don't be surprised on what side you end up on. Okay, so then we've got this Queen of Swords here. Like I said, the devil is right here with his people, his concubines, and all that good stuff right here. And then we've got this Page of Wands, which is a fresh perspective and a way to go about it as ambitious as possible. So as you cut these people off from their obsession, or as some people stop their addictions or afflictions or whatever this is, someone's going to eventually start taking a fresh perspective. And if they're not doing so right now as they hear me speak, someone wants to just change direction because they realize that in the scheme of things, they're actually just going to be a clown. When people tell stories about you later on at the cookout, they're going to be telling how hard you went to just be a clown or be a thief or whatever move you bust, and it's not going to look good to certain people. They're going to be like, God damn, I got to keep this person away from me. Never let them open the damn door. Never open the door before I put everything the hell away. By the way, shout out to the recycling guys. They are up doing their hard work first thing in the morning. Just don't take anything out of my trash to get any of my DNA and my fingerprints because you don't have any consent to collect any samples on my behalf. I notice what you guys do because you take extra money for that. People got to pay top dollar to make you dig in the trash. And I understand that. You got a family to feed. You got a family to feed. They depending on me. They're depending on me. They ain't depending on you to do no shit like that. 9 times out of 10, they don't know you do shit like that. They just trying to figure out, hey, how come my person has a regular job and they keep popping up with all this extra money? Be careful when they spend it on you because that could actually make you a benchmate. If they're spending it on you and they're getting it from a life of crime, don't be surprised when the ATF, boom, 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 down on the ground, down on the ground, down on the ground, and all your kids are sitting down on the ground, down on the ground. You and the kids sitting on the ground because you wanted to live the high life and nobody was doing nothing of high value. So you got to kind of question the money. If the money don't match the actions, you got to be careful because you might be in a situation where you can get into a RICO and you haven't done a damn thing but enjoy the fruits of the labor. And I don't think Uncle Sam is really going to let you keep claiming innocence because they're coming to get everybody who was in the interim, on the peripheral, and everything the hell else. So it'd be best for you to disconnect and distance yourself at this point in time. You hear? They be working so hard. 6:07, 6:07. Look at that. Look at that. Demon time. All right. Be careful with going around your trash cans at certain points of time. Make sure that you throw your trash away right before they come to get the trash. Because people steal trash. They looking in your trash to find out what they can do. Either they're gonna try to pin something on you, they're gonna try to put something on somebody else. I remember I went in my recycling one day and I seen somebody court papers in my recycling. I actually tried to reach out to their plant. I tried to reach out to that person, but then again, thinking about it, that person probably planted that stuff there because they trying to frame me for something. But honestly, you can't frame me for something I really don't know nothing about, and I'm gonna definitely speak my dang mind about it. Yeah, somebody planted somebody court papers in my recycling one day, and I took a picture of it and then called the person. Well, tried to connect to the person on Instagram so that I can tell them, hey, why was your court papers in my trash? Yeah, I'm gonna go back and look at what the name was on there because a lot of y'all play a lot of damn stupid games. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so that has been. Whew, that's your Virgo reading, and that came out in Capricorn, which means that you're not finding this funny at all. But it's funny how your life is a crack up. Anyway, you're a joke in life. Only person not laughing is you. Because you want to control that too, right? Good morning. You're here. I'm gonna be a mighty king. All right, go ahead, baby. Get it. All right. Well, let me turn it down just a little bit, okay? Thank you. How you feeling? Someone slept very good this morning. Come, he wake up, listen, look at. I just can't wait to be king. All right, the circle of life. This little boy is tapped in. I love it. 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 Might not just be tapped in. He just might be just cool like that. He cool like that. He set like that. Yeah, Q-tip. I'm cool like that. I'm more like that. I'm like that. Like that. Whoa. The moon intuitive, highly emotional, highly Pisces and Libra and Sagittarius. Well, look who fell out. Look the hell who it is. The usual suspects. All three. Pisces, Libra, and Sagittarius. Somebody's highly intuitive. They all in their head. It was all in my head. I really gonna. Nelly's. It was all in my head. All right, then we got the Three of Swords, which is the Libra. This looks like heartbreak. Looks like something's wrong with there. Something else is going on. Hey. And it's a lot of rain. So there's a lot of trouble in paradise. And this is opportunities and communication. And that's Sagittarius using their opportunity while they're free to reach out to a bunch of people to bring them into more bullshit because they're in too deep. So really there's nowhere to go but deeper because there's no way to get out of it. It's just an entanglement. And you fashioned it sort of like your own Coogee, but it's from Timu. You've got a Coogee sweater from Timu. Think about that. That's a waste of a lot of yarn. Damn it, Jim. Damn it. All right, so we've got the 18 and the 3 and the 8. 38, 18, 38, 18, 38, 8, 3, 8, 1. Oh. Your birthday, 831. I got 831. 1838, 831. I got 38. I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Be alright. Be alright. Be alright. So 11 plus 18 is going to make that into 29. And 29 is going to turn that into 11, which is highly intuitive. And I've got a feeling I know what I know, what I know, and it's right. So that's the Pisces, the Libra, and the Sagittarius. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It almost reads like a bad bar joke. I'm going to need you to turn that back down, sweetheart. Appreciate it, hon. You see how he understands? He's so intelligent. Confirmation. Those backfires are hitting. Boom, 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 boom. I told you I jacked up that sigil yesterday. You didn't think I was for real? I jacked it all up. It didn't matter. It shouldn't have been there. All right, so there you go. And that was that. And that is highly intuitive. Just know that I know what I'm talking about. You don't even got to agree. You're just going to find out. Better you than me. All right, so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. That was the Libra reading. I hope you know. Okay, so Scorpio, let's keep it going. Damn, really like that? Okay, let's shuffle some more because I don't like it when those same cards come right back out. So Scorpio, come on now, give me some different cards. Now, if they mean the same thing, I'm okay with that. But give me some different cards. But if it should be, and I have to take the same cards, then that's what's up. Because lightning does strike a lot of times twice in my cards, especially if I'm talking and the life is there. Hanged one in the star, hanged one in the star, stagnation and a star. There's somebody that wants to be the main character, but there is somebody that is the main character. That is the destiny swap person, and they're stagnated because they can't really step into this identity as long as you are in your identity. They can't step into your identity. So you are the holdup. You are the holdup. As long as you are originally you, they cannot step in and be originally you because they are them and they are nobodies because they realize they are nobodies. That's why they're trying to step into your body. Peeped it? Got it. All right, so let's go. Scorpio, let's what's up. Let's get some passion for the desert crab. The desert crab is not a derogatory. Damn, and the card still fell out that way. Come on. Pisces, what's up? What you in my energy for? Why you trying to play in my energy? Okay, so then we dang! The Libra came right back out. I ain't lying to you. This is what. And then the Eight of Wands came right back out. What's up? 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 What are you playing my energy for? What you playing my energy for? I ain't lying to you. Scorpio came out with the exact same cards in the exact same way, and I did do my due diligence to actually shuffle again. So, yeah, they are. Honestly, they are. But a lot of people weren't supposed to know that. But now that I'm starting to figure out, see, the thing about Pisces is they have a natural affinity to the moon. So, depending on the Pisces that you get, there are a lot of spaces in them because they're such a they're a water sign. And I saw 3 water towers yesterday. And if you did tap in and see about water signs, the Pisces is like the water tower in the town. A lot of things can pass through them and they can it has something to do with echo waves. It has something to do with projection. It's like they can. It's not. I wouldn't call it alchemy. It's like the water gives them a bigger space to project through. And if they do happen to be on the mental stratosphere in which they're almost mentally broken, they are able to actually mentally project some of that shit on you. It's very it's kind of crazy. And if they get into certain spiritual practices, they can access things in which certain men are never supposed to know, right? So this is what this is. If you are dealing with a Pisces who basically has a some type of mental disorder or hidden mental disorder, meaning they lack control, they lack understanding. It is though they have been dropped on the front of their head and something just don't quite connect right there in their frontal lobe. So they have disconnected feelings. They are disconnected from emotions. They're disconnected from ration. They're disconnected from reasoning. And the only thing in their head is that they got to do it. Whatever it is that they latched onto, they just got to do it. And it's like letting the record play over and over and over again until it breaks. I used to let my tape rock till my tape pop. You see what I'm saying? So it was something like that. So yeah, A lot of people are finding themselves in the situation because they've been around this Pisces. And if you already have some kind of mental disorder, this person has taken advantage of your mental disorder. If you are on any type of medication and you've been around people who are operating like this, I am so sorry to tell you, you have been exploited. Your mental health has been exploited. They knew that you had an opening in you. They use maybe your bipolarism. They use maybe your borderline personality. They used your schizophrenia. They used your anything as far as mental health. They have taken advantage of you, either by way of your medicine, by way of your practitioners, being the practice people in your life, or anything around you. They have taken to using, and you got to understand these people are sociopaths. They only get connections to people in order to use them. There is no emotional value you have to them, even though they can act like it. They can cry, they can hug, they can do all of the natural things that look human. But honestly, this is a skinwalker at this point, because now their mental illness has really overtaken their body, but they need to hide it as best they can. And a lot of times when they do that, they try to these people will impersonate police people. These people will try to go after the president. These people will they will rationalize doing some really off the hook stuff and actually adapt somebody else's personality to make it come off as though it's not them. It's got to be something else that's making it happen. And they're really good at smoke and mirrors because it's been done to them all their lives. So they fashioned their own monster out of monsters, if you get my drift. So really, they only know how to function amongst monsters. Even if the monsters put them in danger, they feel more comfortable in that situation as opposed to being in an authentic situation where they may be seen as the monster. So their biggest thing is to hide the monster. Take what resonates. So this has been your damn. That's your Sagittarius reading. And that is Pisces, Libra, and Sagittarius. Dang. Yikes. All right, so somebody might need a mental evaluation, or they're avoiding a mental evaluation because all their lives they've pretended that they were normal. However, they not normal. They have basically gone through their lives trying to trip everybody else up because they're not normal. So this is a person who needs to pull emotions or pull reactions out of people everywhere they go, because that's how they cloak themselves. They in a way make you be a monster so that they can say, well, look, they act like that, I ain't that bad. No, you are that bad. And people need to be aware that some people are monsters that are come to make you act out so that they can say that they're okay. They need you to not be okay so that they can say that they're okay. Take it as it resonates. And that was the Sagittarius reading. Now we got the world and we got the Four of Swords. So someone is being called to rest as the world is turning, as the world is moving. Relaxation, that doesn't mean lay in the bed all day. That just means rest. Don't worry about people. Take care of yourself. Go play with your garden, go wash some laundry, go mop your floor, do some constructive shit, like go vacuum or something. Go wash your tail. Stuff like that. Take care of your kids, things of that nature. Go make a market list. Go learn something today. Okay, so that's what that is. Sometimes you got to leave the world and go create your own, and that's the problem. There's some people that can't leave the world because they can't create their own. That's why they're so hard up on taking or invading someone else's world, because they cannot create their own comfort. They can't create their own situation. They have to always stand in someone else's situation because that situation ain't great, and don't nobody really want to be over there because they realize that you're neurotic and you always trying to control everybody. It's like they want you. It's like if they get up from the couch and they go in the kitchen, come in the room and follow me in the kitchen. I want you to sit with me. No, I'm not no fucking dog. Why don't you just get a pet? Weirdos. They can't be by themselves. They damn near want you to go to the bathroom with them while they're taking the shit. Anyway, so let's get over to Capricorn. We started in Aquarius. This is the end. This is the end. This is the end. A big bang boom, a big bang boom. The ending of the story. Hey, my favorite Jewish cartoon was the Animaniacs, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. I knew they were Jewish because of the pants in the name, and I liked them. It was a very fun. It was very much like Mel Brooks had met Jim Henson had met something else. It was a nice combination of a couple cultures. New York, Boston. It was the guys. Yeah, it was the wise guys. New York, Boston. It was New Jersey. Oh boy, these are marks. New York, Boston, New Jersey, California. I said Boston, right? California, Miami, Chicago, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. Okay, I don't know. I'm getting this all from Animaniacs. Wherever you see the wise guys, do you realize that the mob was started by Jewish people and then it was adapted by Italian people because they found it better to join the cultures together because they stand to make a lot of money and a lot of allies through the Jewish and Italian community, and that's how the original mob was started against Stephanie Muggsy, nah. Bumpy Johnson. Bumpy Johnson. So don't forget the original blueprints of things. It's very important for you to remember where things started off from so that you could follow the line and see if this applies to you. Not only that, but if you should apply it. And this is the thing. We know that some things in history did work, and we also know that some things in history ultimately did fall apart. So this is your time to grab what you can, grab some of the truth and make your own truth with it, not try to disturb somebody's stuff with a lie. Okay, so excuse me, that was Capricorn in oracle form. I didn't pull any cards. And now we have them now. And they came out as strength. That's the 8 and a 3. I'll lie to you not. The strength and the 3 of pentacles and the page of swords. So somebody's stubbornly still going in with groups, trying to get a fresh start. Somebody is really hard up about this new beginning. 8-3 might be something, August the 3rd or August the 30th, who knows. But then we've got the 3-8, which means somebody might be 38, might be headed towards 40, and they're trying to move a little more serious in life, but you can't be that serious if you're trying to steal somebody's identity. Like, you're just growing up. You're not growing. You're not growing up. You're just aging. That's it. So yeah, this is foolishness. Okay, so and then we still got this 83. So somebody might have been born in 83, so they might be the same age as somebody else, 43, 44, something like that. Some people are the same age for a couple of months until their birthday comes. It depends on where your month is. And like I said, this is resilience, strength, and resilience. The 3 of Pentacles is like either third party or a group collaboration. So either somebody is being strong, trying to be resilient, trying to hold down the fort while they basically act as a third party and try to bring about a new beginning, or this is the collective who's trying to be resilient and trying to step into their soul tribe to get a new start, because they know they can't be around the old folks in the old environment, so they have to be around new folks in a real environment. Okay, so be patient with yourself. Forgive yourself for letting other people into your circle, and forgive yourself for kicking people out of your circle. It's part of growth. As you grow up, you cannot take the same people with you. If you realize that you guys are not aligned in the right ways, then you have to do what you have to do and get away from them. You're going to be the villain in somebody's story, but at least you're not the villain in yours. That's the most important part. Do not betray yourself because you're trying to be loyal to someone else, and 9 times out of 10 that person isn't even loyal to themselves. And that has been a word. All right, okay, all right. So nice to see you. Enjoy the first day out of summer. Have fun, okay? And have the day that you deserve. And I mean it. I really do mean it. Have the day that you deserve. All right, and watch out for that tower. It is definitely coming. I told you, I destroyed that sigil. Sigil King, Sigil King, Sigil King. That's no Broadway. All right, have a great day.